If Tucker Carlson's father was CIA, he's a CIA asset. Even though my father himself wasn't CIA, he wasn't rich enough or elite enough, he was still trained by them. He had to train me because when you're CIA or you're trained by the CIA, you're going to have enemies. You have to train your family or it's going to get torn apart. Unfortunately, our dad's family was torn apart. He had his own issues with toxicity, as did my mother. The temptation of the patriarchy was a little too much. And back in those days, and I've cited this example many times, Clint Eastwood was in a movie, I believe it was High Plains Drifter. He put his horse in the livery and raped a lady right there in the hay. And that was like, just, men are entitled to the poontang. And women have to suck men off and be their wives if they want to have a house, have a safe place to raise their kids. You're going to be on the street with your kids and have nothing, or in jail if you don't suck somebody's dick for a house and a job and whatever. No, fuck that shit. And nothing's really changed, to be honest. Hence the patriarchal heterodominant power construct. That's just too tempting. Mom's issue was she's a white supremacist. She's a daughter of the Confederacy and narcissistic personality disorder. Her new husband is no better. Her entire family's that way. Bob Greene was that way. His mother, Willie Gray Doyle, was that way. And I'm actually related to her on both sides because she was originally married to, Dean Doyle. Before she married Dean Doyle was married to some other white supremacist who birthed a lady named Wilma Doyle, who my Uncle David, my dad's brother, married. My dad and his brother, for some reason, are attracted to daughters of the Confederacy. I don't know whether it's that goddamn thing where they think, oh, these ladies are in distress, I gotta save them. But once you concede to those broads, guess what? They're terrorist insurgents. Are those pieces of poontang worth getting killed over? That's what my uncle and my father need to ask themselves. Because Robin Moore's no different. She's a gaslighting sack of child molesting shit, too. Gotta cool it. Anyway, Tucker is doing the same thing that you saw Becky Burrell doing. She's blowing smoke. He's blowing smoke. Oh, he's telling us everything we want to hear. Empire bad. Israel bad. Blah, 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 blah. But then he's still making it excuses. Oh, I love Trump. I'm his best friend. Blah, blah. So he's there to try to get all of Epstein's partners in crime off the hook for their crimes. Just like Becky, oh yeah, Bill Kinnear's following me at work and he's following me on Church Street. Probably wasn't. If you look at those texts, you'll probably see that he probably never was at her work and that was probably all BS. And then she's pretending that she's his victim. And then when I call police on him, I let police know that he's claiming he works for the police. Her job, oh no, he's not. He's just a moron. Cover for the police. Trying to convince me that he's not doing it on behalf of police. He's just a predator. Which, Bill Kinnear, that ought to set red flags off with you. That means they're already throwing you under the bus, bruh. That means they're setting you up to take the fall. Never mind, I'm an old, fat, crippled broad. There is no way I have 40 or 50 men and women stalking me. I ain't Angelina Jolie. I ain't got it like that. So making excuses for him really ain't doing you much good when there's countless others. Not to mention all the people the police harassed, tased, beaten, arrested, maced for no other reason, no trespassed. And let's not forget the pervert from City Hall who came on to us, who's still out there stalking women. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he sure was before I busted you all for your stupid crap. He was stalking me at the library Christmas Eve. Or I think it was Christmas Eve. Or maybe it was the day before Christmas Eve. Yeah. Anyway. So that's what Tucker's there to do. Tucker's there. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. So he's there to blow smoke up everybody's ass, to convince everybody he's their advocate. I'm on your side. I'm against AIPAC. I'm against Israel. I'm against bad wages. I'm against the empire. But don't lock up Trump. He's just a good guy. He's just got duped. Don't lock up this one. Don't lock up that. He's there to make sure they're not held accountable. He's running interference. And MTG may very well be doing the same thing. I don't know. Everybody's going to have to look at that, especially considering she's North Georgia. She may have been truly converted. I don't know. So, all I can say is if you want to know what I'm going to put in my victim's impact statement, you're going to have secure comms. And another reason why I want secure comms is as long as you agree to test my medications that I get for the wildlife, chances are they won't screw with them at all. They won't have the manufacturer screw with them and make big batches of bad stuff like they did with the atenolol and the amlodipine that maybe killed God knows how many people, or they ended up in the ER or whatever. And the dewormer that's going to end up having a huge impact on not only wildlife and farms and dog breeders and cat breeders and any other rehabbers, sanctuaries, whatever, that could also impact humans, because some of those parasites, like roundworms, can absolutely be fatal to children if children get infested with them. But chances are, if they know that you're going to be testing everything I buy from, I know you're testing it, but it takes 3 weeks turnaround for me to before you let me know the results. If they know it's going to be tested, if they can see for a fact, like let's say you say, all right, when you go buy your dewormer, or you buy any antibiotics for the raccoons off the internet, bring it into the Koozie office, drop us off a sample, and we'll do proper evidentiary protocols. Use gloves. We'll break the seal. If they know that's going to happen, they won't screw with it at all. See what I'm saying? They'll leave the shit alone, both at the manufacturer, and they won't have anybody at Tractor Supply dicking with it. And they won't dick with it. Confiscate the package from USPS and switch it out with something that it ain't supposed to be. And then I end up, they just won't fuck with it at all. They'll leave it the fuck alone. And that's why I've always said that I tell them I'm getting shots of something that I'm not getting. But yeah, maybe I'm not getting Rocephin, maybe I'm getting something stronger. But because they think I'm getting Rocephin. They're going to fuck with the whole batch of Rocephin, and that's going to affect everybody. So basically what I'm asking for is to minimize collateral damages, and not just for my wildlife, but for humans, and ultimately they're both connected. Keeping a bond with my raccoons is going to be very helpful if they do want to get blood work from Bandito or any of the other. I think all the other ones that got tagged are dead. I think Bandita's the only one that survived. Both of her babies were tagged. They died. 2 of Bambi's babies got tagged. They died from the shit. Big old healthy, beautiful Thunder died from the shit. So I think Bandita's going to be invaluable because she's going to have something in her that was resistant to it. And I think they know that. That's why they're trying to shut that camp down. They'll kill her. Well, it ain't going to do them any good because she spread it to too many others. Too many others got the shit and survived too. She was just injected with it. The rest of them caught it after she, brought it to the camp. And the dens and their little community